All right, so our next submitter representing the Phillipstown Community Centre Charitable Trust, Alicia Ward. Alicia, thank you for joining us. Welcome to the table.
Thank you.
And you have 5 minutes to present to us this afternoon.
Thank you. Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Alicia tōku ingoa. I am the current chairperson of the Phillipstown Community Centre Charitable Trust. I'm speaking today in support of the proposal for the allocation of development contributions for community and infrastructure from both new businesses and also residential developments. We believe that this will go towards the cost of future-proofing community facilities, as well as providing funding for roads, networks, to parks, te mea. We don't agree with the assumption that small residential units would have a lower than average demand on infrastructure. What we have found, especially within Phillipstown, is that those small residential units have little to no outdoor space in an area that's already vacant of green spaces. And we also find that families are moving into these smaller residential places, and families that are potentially bigger than what the intended size of a family would be that move into them. And so therefore putting a little bit more extra demand on infrastructure and the facilities within that neighbourhood. And yeah, over the last sort of 10 years that I've resided within Phillipstown, there's been numerous apartment complexes, residential, small residential units go into this area, which we believe has put a greater strain on the greater network of things. Also, if we remember back to the awful time last year of lockdown, we were asked to stay local, which isn't actually very difficult for a lot of people who live in Phillipstown, because there's just sort of a lack of own transport, where there's a heavy reliance on public transport. But there was actually one resident that I know of during lockdown who walked every single street within our neighbourhood, and consequently became rather disheartened by the lack of green space that he could walk on. He spent a lot of time walking on concrete, which then also reflected or gave him an understanding of actually how our footpaths, the condition of them, the condition of them at the moment. So as you know, Phillipstown is a mix of both business and residential, and the development contributions can go towards making provisions such as plantings and amenity works that will soften that area between business and industrial through to residential. Those sorts of things will help with the beautification of the area, and it would support the residents in the area, but also give the workers of those industrial business areas places to be during the days. Residential developments bring in more people to the area as well. So the more people, the higher needs for community infrastructure, such as libraries, swimming pools, community centres, parks, te mea. And we believe that development contributions is an appropriate way to fund improved neighbourhood facilities, so that neighbourhood facilities can keep up with the demand of that neighbourhood. We also feel that the development contributions should be allocated in areas of greatest need. So those are the neighbourhoods with higher density housing and a higher social deprivation, such as Phillipstown, but not only limited to Phillipstown. So yeah, those are our thoughts, so thank you.
Great, and thanks for coming along and sharing them. That's left time for a question if there is one.
Sure.
No questions?
Goodbye.
All right, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Thank you very much.